Yep, and talking to his coach, Dave Lee, he said the only thing that he wanted to work on for this fight is the finish, because he feels that he has the potential to finish each and every fight, and that they've worked on that. So we'll see how that works. Ooh, good straight shots there by Leary. And I tell you what, he shows a desire to finish. Hakon wants none of that, takes him straight down off a double leg.
And the first fighter tonight that showed beautiful lateral movement to get away from those punches. They were sharp and they were crisp by Leary. And Hakon changed the angle, skipped out of the way, and he needed to.
Now, Hakon comes from a very good gym. It's Frontline Gym out in Norway. Frontline is headed up by Joachim Hellboy Hansen, who everybody who's an MMA aficionado knows the name. One of the most lethal products that Norway has ever produced. However, saying that, the Norwegian that we're talking about today is Hakon, and Hakon is finding a little bit of problems with Leary. Leary's got the arm trapped behind the back, looking to posture to get back up. Short little elbow from top side there by Hakon. Hakon's thrown to his back. However, he looks like he has the guillotine choke in.
Yes, very calm, like all the Norwegians that we see over here. And it really is amazing, as you said, UFC veterans, famous MMA fighters, when they're struggling so much for recognition in their own country.
Yeah, and you know what, it shows the dedication for the sport, and you know, we love to have them here over in England because, like I said, every Norwegian that I've ever seen over here, tough as nails and highly skilled. Nice look at the anaconda choke there by Leary. Very good setup, needs to keep the leg trapped. If he doesn't, now you see Leary is trying to bring that top leg over. He doesn't want him to be able to twist, make space, and get out of the choke. However, this looks like it's pretty deep. You can see the flush face there by Hakon.
Yes, and as you said, Dave Lee looking to see more positive finishes from Charlie Leary. And I agree, we've seen this man, he really has got talent. And with a finish, you don't get a draw, Pierre.
Excuse me, looking from this angle, he may be actually doing a Darce choke. Kid.
Well, Hakon Foss is out.
Body lock takes the back of Leary. Ooh, big suplex. That's how it's done here. Nice, very nice.
And Pierre's back in his chair now to see Leary under all sorts of pressure. What a great turnaround by Foss.
I tell you what, the fan in me came out there. I jumped up out of the seat. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't see a perfectly executed suplex like that often. And I tell you what, he hit that one on the button, Malcolm.
But after a period of immense pressure that he'd been under.
Nice, Leary allowing him to come back up. Now, as Hakon was hitting the back step, Leary threw the punch, straight punches, which he's landed with in that earlier stanza here in the first. And Leary, you feel that he wants to keep it stand up. And I tell you what, I think he has a very good chance. He's looked very crisp in his boxing here in this bout, also in his previous two.
That's right, but Foss there, a roundhouse kick that just missed, a big knee to the midsection that immediately gets Leary looking to change his body posture and give him less of a target, but he's recovered well as the Norwegian. It's a fantastic fight, Pierre. For me, yeah, the best of the night so far.
Well, both of these guys are showing all ranges of a mixed martial arts fight. Good lateral movement, good ooh, nice little short shovel punch there by Leary. Ooh, left hook. Both guys are finding the mark.
Foss, for me, has had to suck them up because Leary's been accurate, and he smiles there. He takes the leg kick and smiles, but he doesn't want to take too many more. I'd like to see him start checking those because his boxing is good, but he needs that mobility to remain successful. And again, little shovel uppercut finds Foss.
Now, I believe there's a small little cut on the eye of Foss. We'll have to take a look. Ooh, overhand right, just missing. Another uppercut.
And you're right, the cut's been opened on the right eye of Hakon Foss. Then he lands some good punches of his own as well. He's a good boxer also.
Nice little punch kick combination return there by Leary. Head high hit.
So round two of potential three, Pierre, and it's been gold dust all the way so far in this one.
Both guys looking very, very good in certain positions. Foss, the Norwegian in the white, Leary, the UK in the black. Now, both guys have good shapes on the stand-up. Oh, head hike, ooh.
Leary was ready for it this time. He almost got caught in the first. He wasn't going to get caught here in the second. But as you said, their posture, their movement, their loose limbs.
These guys look like fighters. But more importantly, they fight like fighters, Malcolm. Nice little probing jab there, return with a hard right round kick to the thigh of Leary.
And that's good tactics against a good boxer. Take his feet away and his legs away, because behind every good boxer are excellent legs and leg work.
Now Foss faked the punch, double leg, shot in for the double leg. He's very deep. He's going to try to make that connection, and he's going to try to dump. However, Leary looked like he was going to defend that.
He wasn't going to be slammed again, that was for sure, Pierre.
You know what? Off of that slam, I'll tell you what, it took him a little bit to shake the cobwebs out. But, you know, fair play to him. He was able to recover. Good hip movement there by Leary. Leary looking possible up kick, maybe a possible sickle sweep. Ooh, up kick.
There was the up kick as you predicted. Foss unfazed, looking to strike downwards hard. Up kick to the midsection again this time from Leary.
Now Foss just needs to pass the legs, get good position on the ground, or go for a huge shot. But he can't stand in front, because I'll tell you what, Leary is throwing those up kicks with.
You can see the mark in the midsection from the last up kick on Foss, on those abdominal muscles.
Nice. Now, Foss throwing his hips first, trying to keep the head back behind the hips, trying to take the brunt of the up kicks with the body. He needs to be careful, because, I mean, Leary was getting those up nice and hard and quick.
Foss now good positioning though. He's worked for it. He's there. He's got to make it maximum ability now to capitalize on this. Good defensive work from Leary again though, Pierre.
Yeah, good foot positioning, good use of the knee to cut across body to keep him from coming in.
And I think Foss wants him to get up now, Pierre. I think those up kicks that he's saying, let's try it again upstairs.
Well, that for me is a little bit surprising, because he was the one that initiated the groundwork, and then he allowed his opponent to get right back up. And Leary on his feet is dangerous. So I would have probably tried to pass the legs and maybe try to see, hunt for submissions or GMP from the top side position.
There's delicately poised a good left hand from Foss as Leary came forward. Repositions himself again, and that leg kick again to the thigh, the left thigh of Leary. Leary doubled up the left there, body and head, and lands with both. Not powerful, but scoring.
But like we said earlier, Foss did the lateral movement. I don't know why he's not doing it now, because I'd like him to cut the corner, maybe throw a kick as Leary still continues on that straight line, or even a punch. Because just remember, when they go past you, in order for them to hit you, they have to turn back around.
I think you've seen the reason why, Pierre. He was determined to take this to the ground once more. Dangerous ploy, but it has worked. He is where he wants to be.
I'd like to see him do just a little bit more work and get a dominant position. Last time wasn't fruitful for him. There was no rewards at the end of the rainbow. And again, all that hard work just to let his opponent stand back up.
Well, looking to chop with those elbows, but again, Leary's defensive work on the ground has been so impressive.
Leary always has a knee right where it needs to be, or a foot right positioned where it needs to be, to take the distance and put it to where he wants it, so he absorbs less punishment from Foss in that top position.
And again, Foss is frustrated by Leary.
He just can't solve the puzzle, which is Leary's legs or the
up
defense.
kicks, and there was a back fist there from Leary on the floor, and again Foss almost walks away. That is the nearest I think you're going to see to Foss showing frustration, because his face betrays very little emotion, but that kick there was almost petulant, as if to say, I don't believe I'm having to do this again.
Now, he's stacking them perfect, but he just needs to turn the legs to one side and get it to a dominant position. Now, that there shows me that mentally, okay, because the round wasn't over. He just walked away. I think he did enough to edge it in the second round. I think that if I'm Simeon Thorson and I'm his corner, I'm going to tell Hakon, hey, we need just a little bit more. Good takedown. Double leg, that's 3 in this fight so far. And he's got fluid movement. And look at this here. He is really throwing that leather now. And some of the shots are actually getting through versus the first 2 rounds.
And again, trying to push the legs away quickly. But as you said before, Leary is so quick.
Now look at this here.
Back up there.
Beautiful pivot into a possible knee bar attempt there by Leary. However, because it's slick, Foss finds himself out of danger and in that top position. However, we do have a modified, we have half guard there by Leary. And I tell you what, that action, the transition, it was just one thing after another.
Yes, 2 solid professionals here in a very cagey bout, if you pardon the pun, because it's so close, this one. And you feel a really good round by one or the other could sway this.
Nice little short elbow coming through. However, Leary, the story on the ground has been Leary's legs. He's been able to get across either with the foot or with the knee and really controlling the position.
Yes, and Foss frustrated once more by the defensive work from Leary here.
Now he needs to pass that leg. He needs to turn the hip inside or just push the knee down, trying to get that out. Once he gets that left leg, he could possibly, he's there in the side mount position. But Leary, having none of that, throwing an elbow from the bottom.
And a short little punch up as well, always thinking Leary.
Now Leary, even on his back, he's not content just to stay there and take abuse. He's throwing short little shots, and he's always looking to better his position.
Yes, making it very difficult for Foss here to get any head of steam up. He's not been able to get momentum in this fight full stop, has he?
No, he hasn't, but I tell you what, he is being aggressive. He is landing shots. So it's going to be interesting to see how the judges see this. Like I said, I thought that Leary had started to walk away in the second round. However, a comeback here early in the third, who knows how the judges see it.
Posturing up once more, but this is where Leary's legs came into play before. It's a questionable tactic for me when Foss postures up, because when he's done it before to get that extra leverage, he's paid for it by losing the position. Now,
saying that, just want to make note, somebody has lost their gum shield, so that generally tells me that somebody is tired. They spit it out because it's obstructing their breathing. Nice, beautiful. Now that was a missed opportunity, I believe, there by Foss, because he potentially had his back. However, he allowed Leary the space to get his back to the mat.
But it has been Foss that's the aggressor here in the third round. He's been frustrated by Leary, but he is the man that, for me, Pierre, has been dominating this round.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. He's in that top position, throwing the shots. He's looking for better positioning. And even though Leary is landing shots on the bottom, when your back's like that, it looks like you're defending. You're throwing shots out of defense. Throwing some elbows again. Those feet come back into play. Leary back. Goes from closed guard to open guard, pushes off. Up kicks are almost guaranteed from Leary.
And again, it's an opportunity you feel squandered for Foss, not to take anything away from Leary, but he's not been able to get a real head of steam up. And it was Foss's gum shield as well. And Leary's calling him on, saying, come on in.
Now, Foss was bent over. It was his gum shield that got spit out. So I'm just asking the question is Foss showing wear and tear here in the third? Is he tired? Leary looks to be the fresher of the two. Watch for those crisp, nice, straight shots to come down the pipe that he's utilized earlier in the rounds.
Well, again, if you look at him, for all the ground and pound attempts from Foss, his face is relatively unmarked. And Foss, again, does not want to stay up there with him.
Now, that's 4 double legs. And the reason that was so easy, he changed his level because he saw that overhand right from Leary. Leary's got to, if he's going to throw heavy shots like that, he can't overcommit, because that's what allowed the space for Foss to come up and under, and it resulted in the takedown. Now, somebody has a lot of blood coming off of him.
It's off the forehead, I think, of Foss. Looking at that, looking at Foss's hair, it's from Foss right at the end of the round. He thinks he's won it. I think that's Foss's head that is bleeding heavily.
Well, just to let you know, a small cut can result in a lot of blood.
It's the adrenaline flowing, it's the blood flow, it's the speed. It can look far worse than it is.